Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video, what I wanted to cover is how I spent a full summer on campus out of college. Obviously, this was the college that I had gone to, but it was a pretty interesting experience and one that I wasn't exactly expecting to do. It just came to be, and but yeah, I figured that was just what I wanted to do when opportunity arose. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I attended Virginia Wesleyan University, which is up in Norfolk, in 2021 in August. Summer of 22, I ended up staying on campus because the rent or housing cost, whatever you want to call it, was only like I want to say like $10 a week, which I'm like, oh, that's cheap. That's cheap. I'm out of college now. I'm just like, oh my gosh, let me stay the summer. Let me pay rent. Yeah, it was only like $100 a week, and we of course were able to work on campus. With everything that happened with minimum wage and things like that, I think the hourly was like $12 an hour or something like that. I ended up staying on as a lifeguard during the summer. That's something that I had done at Kings Dominion, like an amusement park where there's hundreds of people. So you're telling me that during the summer, oh, I gotta watch like 20 people? Say less. Yeah, so I ended up working on campus as a lifeguard. I also had a second job off campus working with kids for Virginia Beach Parks and Rec. Now, that said, I had an alternating schedule. With Parks and Rec, I typically worked 6 hours either in the morning or 6 hours in the afternoon. So typically it would look like 6 to 12 or else 12 to 6. So I would do that for 1 week. The next week I would do the opposite. And for lifeguarding, it would just follow the reverse. So I think I ended up working about 60 hours a week or so. Like I literally was waking up at 5:40 in the morning, driving over to work at 6, and then like I'm talking about like speeding. Like you should not be speeding, but I was speeding back, and I'm like, all right, let me clock in. But honestly, it was like so chill because it's during the summer. There's no one there. I was taking some classes as well, but when I was like at my post for lifeguarding, like there was no one in the pool, so I was really like watching movies sometimes, obviously being responsible. But if there's no one in there, there's no one in there. And I was also like working on some classes. That said, I ended up taking 3 classes online during that summer. I took 2 with a community college online, and the third I took with Liberty University. Now, obviously, it's like, all right, why are you staying on campus, but you're not taking classes at your own college? Guess what? I had signed up to take classes at my college, but there wasn't enough people that had registered or something, so they ended up canceling it. But yeah, that whole experience, like, it wasn't something that I had intended, but it was just such a great opportunity where I was like, all right, so you're telling me I can either go back home for the summer, having to drive like 35 minutes to a job that pays like $15 an hour, like 35 minutes to, then 35 minutes back, and essentially working less hours, making less money, or I can stay on campus for cheap, working 2 jobs and taking these classes. Like I know that's an easy choice for some people, but I had my mind focused on I'm gonna graduate early. So it made sense. It wasn't something that I was intending on. But we ended up staying in the honors houses. I was part of the honors college regardless, so I was already there. But we ended up staying in the honors college, which had a double downstairs, a kitchen, living room area, and the bathroom downstairs. Upstairs, you had 3 singles and a bathroom, and you had 2 sinks outside the bathroom. That was pretty nice. Yeah, so you would think being in the honors college already that you would maybe get a little bit like priority. Like this isn't meant to be making me like spoiled, but it's just it makes sense. Like if you're already in the honors college, like you're already in that section of campus, like staying in those houses, it would make sense that you would get a single before other people. Nah, I was in a double, bro. So I was literally in a double, And man, it was just like frustrating because I was waking up at 5:40 in the morning, whatever time, to work, and yeah, that just wasn't really like respectful towards like my roommate, but also on the other hand, it was like this man was getting up early himself, but he would have his alarm going for a full like hour before he'd get up because he's one of those people that need five alarms, bro. I'm like, no, I do one alarm, I'm up. I jump. I'm like, I might be tired, but I'm like, I get up after one alarm. I cannot have five alarms talking about some beep beep beep. I'm gonna go back to it. Beep beep. No, like how do you people do that? I don't know. I just can't do that. Like personally, for me, that would annoy me, bro. Like I would not be waking up in a good mood at all if I had five alarms. But yeah, so that's pretty much how it worked. I had some like pretty cool, chill housemates though. We would sometimes like share grocery runs. I cooked a lot. Like I liked it. It was a good period for me to learn how to cook. And we had a grill outside on campus too. So sometimes we would have like cookouts and things. I ended up going to the club with a couple of friends during that summer. That wasn't something that I did throughout the entire like freshman year. Like I wasn't going out to clubs and stuff. Like that just wasn't. I was going to some parties. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, but I just wasn't a club scene type of thing. But I did that summer and just built some like pretty cool relationships. And yeah, it was just a great experience all around. Being able to live with your friends. Not many people get that opportunity to like truly live with your friends. I feel like during the school year, it's like, all right, you have a roommate and things like, but that's during the school year when people are working and stuff. I'm talking about like I'm going to classes and everything. They're already there just to be there. But now, like truly being able to wake up in the morning and do what you want, go in the afternoons doing what you want, like staying up until 3 o'clock in the morning, and then the person beside you talking about some man, I gotta wake up in 3 hours. I'm like, not me. So it's just such a great time. I know people would think that, oh no, this is too boring. Like, I can't do this. Like I need to go back home. Well, for me, my hometown, I didn't even really have that many friends that I talked to that in the first place. So it wasn't really any sort of trade off. It just made more sense for me to stay on campus. And yeah, it was just like it was fun all around. At one point, we ended up having some students that were staying on campus as well from I don't even know like how to explain this. So these were essentially like 23-year-olds or so that were essentially working like some internship or program to teach like high schoolers, I guess, that were right beside campus. And they just stayed on campus, paying however much while teaching high school students. They were pretty cool. This what we didn't meet them until the back end of that summer, but it was interesting. Like you had a lot of different people there. We also had a Jewish camp stay on campus as well. We had the police department come to the pools to do some of their trainings and things as well. We had sports camps going on during that summer, softball camps, track camps, like just so many different things. And yeah, it was a pretty cool opportunity to stay there. Trying to see what else we did. Okay, so this is like a little bit like it's still related, obviously, but I think like one of the funniest moments I remember, like I was sitting with a group of friends on a rocking chair just outside, and I don't know if you guys know like those big poles that you put on the sidewalk to basically say like carts only or bikes only, so like cars aren't driving through them. Bro, tell me why. Tell me why this man's during the summer drives his car like through the grass. Like I'm talking about. Like, okay, get this. So you have the houses, like house here, and it just keeps going like down a line, bro. This man brought his car like through the middle of the grass, like almost drifting, just straight through the grass. And like obviously, like security's still there during the summer. Like why wouldn't they be? But it was just like, man, like that's not something that you see during the school year. And there was just so many moments like that where it's more laid back, like there's less security and it's just more fun and more I don't know, man. That summer is truly just a period to I don't know, just be active, be like fun and just enjoy your youth. During the entire year you're taking your classes and going waking up early and things like that, but man, that summer's just different. It's not like all work and work like you'd expect, to be honest. It's if you ever get that opportunity to do it, if you're someone that's looking to graduate early, it's a great opportunity because you get to take your classes online, remote, for me, I've always done this. I try to finish my classes early if they're ever remote. They're 5 week, 8 week classes, and they're shorter. You get less work. And on top of that, you get to be with some friends. You can pretty much choose whatever schedule you're doing. You're the one that's picking what job you want to work and the hours that you want to work. And it was pretty cheap. Like sometimes, I don't know, certain colleges, if you're taking a class, they'll just let you stay on campus for free. You won't necessarily have to pay. It just depends. But yeah, I definitely would recommend it if you're someone that's trying to graduate early, or if you're someone that's looking to earn some extra cash. You literally get to work two jobs, one of which is less of a priority, and you basically get to communicate with them. Hey, I can only work this, and it's chill. There's no one there. You can obviously work it during the school year, but the difference between working a campus job during the school year versus the summer, completely different. The summer is so much more chill. The only thing that I would say was interesting or like busy was orientation. If you're working orientation, then it's yeah, all right, like you have to show up. I remember I was working orientation and my friend was like, "Do you know you better wake me up tomorrow?" Or because we basically they were like, everyone has to work this. I'm like, bro, I'm lifeguarding. This is what I signed up for. I did not sign up for orientation, but I don't know. It is like community at the end of the day, and it was like pretty good experience. And I got to meet the incoming freshmen, and they were all pretty cool. If you truly just relax a bit and just take it as like an opportunity to meet people before they're actually on campus, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. It was definitely an interesting period, and I would definitely repeat it again. A lot of lessons learned, a lot of good times. Take it as you will, but I promise you, it's nothing like the regular school year. So yeah, hopefully that gave you guys a bit of insight towards what it's like to stay on campus during the summer a bit. And yeah, let me know if you guys would stay on campus during the summer, or if you would just say, nah, I'm a dip. I'm not coming back here. Like I'm already here during the school year. Yeah, watching, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next one.